Thorpe. Oklahoma, Sac and Fox Nation, heart racing, legs burning, lungs expanding, lungs contracting, each measured stride, each steady breath, the turn of the century, there is an art to running. There is poetry in motion. Lit by lightning was his path. Through the hills, the thicket, the brush, Wath thou hook, a young boy runs from an Indian boarding school, from cruelty and neglect, from assault on dignity, on history, from a culture of genocide, from a state institution where pneumonia claimed his young brother's life. To a reservation where in childbirth his mother died, his father gangrene from an open wound. Young Jim is alone now. Carries with him his father's pride. In parting words, son, you are an Indian. Show the other races what an Indian can do. Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the United States Indian Industrial School motto, kill the Indian, save the man. Converted military barracks, athletic program, kill the Indian to build the all-American. It is here Jim Thorpe competed nearly every event on track, played nearly every position on the field, defeated America's best almost single-handedly. Thorpe versus Harvard, Thorpe versus the Army, Thorpe versus Cavalry in the Ivy League, recognized as the greatest athlete of the day, yet still overlooked for a coaching position to the star player of a team he defeated. Thorpe versus the world. Stockholm, Sweden, 1912, the Summer Olympics. Jim Thorpe is running and jumping and throwing and competing in events, some familiar, some for the first time in his life. The javelin, the discus, the dash, and the world has seen nothing like it. Thorpe takes a commanding lead, unable to compete the thieves. The thieves steal his shoes. This is no longer a competition. This is the weight of the world. And Jim is truly alone. How easy then it would have been to turn his back, to run in any other direction. From a trash heap, Jim pulls 2 shoes of different sizes. One so large it required additional socks. Jim will continue to dominate the games, winning the decathlon, be hailed as the world's greatest athlete by the King of Sweden, later deceived and robbed of his medals by the country that denied him citizenship, but claimed and discarded him at their convenience. But what does it matter when his memory, his wreaths of glory live on in track and field, in the gridiron and diamond, the record books, collegiate championships, the 1912 Olympics, heart racing, legs burning, lungs expanding to the hills of Oklahoma, the dirt roads of Sac and Fox Nation, through pain and memory, sacrifice and historic victory, a hero's journey, a legend's forging, carrying his father's pride, his father's wounds, his father's parting words across the pages of history, the annals of immortality, carrying with each measured stride, with each steady breath, his own destiny. Here there is an art to running, poetry in motion, lit by lightning was his path in every direction, for the world was his home, the greatest athlete of the 20th century. Jim Thorpe, Wath thou hook, stands alone.